It's Sunday. You know what that means? Streaming. My name is Bug. I'm in a band called Bug Hunter. I stream Wednesdays and Sundays. Except I didn't stream last Wednesday because I was celebrating my anniversary. So it's been a week since anyone's seen me, but I'm still here. Jem says, wanted to say hello, play any of the new album without me and I'll throw a chair, thank you. I can't make any promises. Sorry about your chairs, Jim. Who we got in the chat? Who's hanging out with us on this Sunday morning / evening? Marta Fox is here. Something ODD is here. Pop the Dragon, Kyle the Person. Hunter is here. That's half of my name, so that's pretty cool. We just need Bug, and then I can leave. Lance Fischel is here. Coin is here. Puck is here. Izer is here. Cornfield Cryptid, Tyler Young. We got A. Blair. Jem is here and throwing chairs. I'm here. I see myself. Thigh Cabbage Folk is here. Spiritual Games. That's it. It's just those people. Alex Z. Yeah, Jenny Mo. Oh, I know something ODD. I know what your name is, but you spelled it weird, so I pronounced it weird. Generic Sweetener is here. Connor's here. Crazy Week. Peter the Fox. I know you, Peter the Fox. You give me magic cards at my shows. Cool. How about we do a song? I stream, I come on here, I play some Bug Hunter music, and then I take questions. I forgot today was Sunday. That's a pretty usual thing for me, to forget what day it is, in between tours. If I don't need to be anywhere or do anything, it's just whatever day it is. It doesn't help that my wife is also not on like a Monday through Friday schedule. It would be a little easier if one of us were to ground our reality in a work week, but she also kind of works weird, like sprints, because she's in school, and so she's actually working now. She's gone for like 3 days while and so I'm holding down the fort at home, playing some Baldur's Gate and working on a lot of stuff for tour in about a week. Oh shoot, yeah, I fly out in a week, don't I? Yeah, I'm coming to the UK. Anybody on that side of the world, get your tickets. Still got some. So I'm gonna play a song, yeah. This one's for people who can't put things into words and then I can do it for you. Hello, my platonic best friend. I'm sending you this note, a long shot and a large confession. They say it's crazy, but I don't know how to tell you. I've dropped some subtle hints, but we're close-knit like our clothes fit so knit. Pick one up like this. I love you, best friend, my best friend. Unless you don't love me, then I just send the wrong link. I got big dumb thumbs and I never send this to my best friend. Hello, my platonic best friend. Let's take this nice and slow. I'm second guessing this confession, but I reckon that I'm better with the no than you should have said. So let's put our hands together and we'll drop this old facade, cause I just want us to be closer than the two peas in a plot. I love you, best friend, my best friend. I had to let you know by letting this guy do it for me. It's either real or really, really, really good inside joke between best friends. We are platonic, but I wanna be the opposite. It seems I've gotten caught up by the promise of this opportunity, and I just wanted to acknowledge all the options that are feeding. I don't wanna hum my noggin like an ostrich on the beach, cause on the microscopic odds that you respond, I wanna see you spin the bottle, watch it wobble, have it stop it, point it tree. A policy is flawed if it's not one of honesty. It's a lot of pills to swallow, here's some water if you need. You can wash away the offer, but the song is coming clean. Yeah, I love you, best friend. My best friend is such a simple sentence that's sent just to mess with our heads and with our friendship. I don't stress, I'm just messing unless you're interested in the next step of progressing. I'm hedging all my bets on this old tune. With my platonic best friend, I love you. Yeah, my platonic best friend, I love you. Thanks, everybody. That song is called My Platonic Best Friend. No, it's not. It's just called Platonic Best Friend. No lies about it. It's on our newest album. Sorry to the chair in Jem's house because Jem had to throw it. But yeah, it's a new song. Happiness has been out for over a month. Can y'all believe that? I remember when I was like just giving little hints and teases about it, and now it's just in the world. Just in the world. And everybody's listening to it. I've been practicing the album for when I go to the UK in 7 days. First show kicks off in Dublin on October 26th. We're going Dublin, Liverpool, Manchester, Cardiff, and Wales. First time in Dublin, first time in Wales. Haven't been to Liverpool before, but it's very close to Manchester. They're like very close cities, so we've been to Manchester before. And then we are going to head over to Berlin for a Halloween show. Very excited. Traveling with the Narcissist Cookbook, who we do a lot of touring with, a lot of collaboration with. One of my closest friends. And so we're going to go to Berlin, and then we're going to come back. We're going to do Southampton, we're going to do London, we're going to do Newcastle, and then we're going to do Edinburgh in Scotland. And so it'll be 9 shows. Very excited. There's still tickets to everything. So grab them. We're getting pretty low on some of them. As I had hoped, we are going to be within about like 10 tickets left if all trends continue. Somewhere in like the single digits or very low double digits of tickets left for every show, which I am happy about. It means that everybody who wanted to come to a show gets to come to a show, and we'll still have a full room. So let me do a little cozy Q&A. That's what I do in between songs. If you want to ask me any questions, I'm happy to answer them. So let's start with Gabby has a question. Are you going to meet Deep Blue Ink? I don't know for a fact if we're gonna see Blue while we're over there. I did meet Deep Blue Ink last year when we went to the UK. They came to one of our shows, and I was like, "Come backstage!" And we hung out for a little bit before the show, and then I watched the Narcissist Cookbook's set, sitting next to Deep Blue Ink, which was fun. And so. Deep Blue Ink, I'm not going to say, I know why Deep Blue Ink may not be able to make a show, but I'm not going to talk about it because it's just like, I don't know, personal stuff. I don't know if it's like public knowledge. So Deep Blue Ink is going to try and make a show, but might not happen. He has a very good excuse for not being able to come. Something ODD asks, what are you going to be for Halloween? I have no plans to dress up. I don't know about dressing up for the Halloween show. I want other people to dress up because I think it'd be fun, but obviously I can't wear anything with like a mask because I have to sing. Maybe I will just get into Matt's suitcase before the show and just wear Matt's clothes and just be the Narcissist Cookbook for Halloween. Puck wants to know what's my favorite tour food. Favorite? I don't know. Most common, Wendy's. We have a lot of Wendy's. My dad loves to seek out Wendy's. They're normally open around the time we get out of a show, around 11 p.m. or midnight. And we love Frosties. In this van, we love Frosties. And I have to go and fight petty thieves behind them after the show. We've had a lot of really good food on tour, just various cities, you know, Philly cheesesteaks in Philly, that kind of thing. Trying to think if there's anything consistent and also favorite. I think all of our favorites are all going to end up being like these one-off things that we find in like random places. So it's hard to say that's our favorite because we can only get it in one place. So yeah, here's what's going on in my world. Coin asked about it. How's the podcast coming? We're getting very close to releasing. I think we're aiming for 8 days from now. I think the morning that I land in Scotland we should hopefully have the first episode of Matt and I's podcast, which I don't believe that we've publicly named. But we're getting all of our ducks in a row. Artwork, theme song, domain name. For people who haven't heard of it, me and Matt are working on a podcast where we've already recorded 3 episodes. We're recording our 4th one tomorrow so that we have some in the bank. We plan on releasing it every 2 weeks. So that gives us a little time because we're about to go on tour and it would be impossible to record the podcast while we're on tour. So we wanted to make sure that we didn't like start behind schedule. So very excited for that. It's like a songwriting challenge podcast. So the conceit of it is we both come to each other with a song challenge, you know, whatever it is, and then we go away for 3 hours and work on our respective songs, and then we come back, show them off, just our 3-hour demo, and then kind of debrief about our thought process and things that we are taking away from the demos. So yeah, it's very fun. I've sent it to a few people kind of in the inner circle, and I've heard nothing but like, this is great, I love this, looking forward to more episodes, and like I specifically instructed people being like, hey, be honest about this. We have no ego about it. If it stinks, just tell us so we can not be embarrassed when we release it. And had nothing but positive comments and people listening to it. I mean, sometimes several times. So average episode length. We're shooting for a 30-minute podcast. It breezes. It really does. So yeah, the first episode is a little bit longer than that because we kind of introduce the concept, introduce ourselves. It takes about 5 extra minutes that we don't end up doing in the other episodes. So yeah, I've been able to. Episode 2 is like 29:40. Episode 3 is 30:30. Episode 1 is like 37 minutes. But it's really fun to make. I get to be the one that edits it down, so I take our hour of talking and I edit it down to 30 minutes, and it's actually really fun to kind of piece together all the best parts and make it sound natural, like I didn't just cut out 25 minutes of content that wasn't worth keeping in. Generic Sweeter says an on-tour podcast would be great. Just 2 people being really tired in a van at 2 a.m. becoming less and less coherent. Yeah, I mean, it'd be cool to do something like that. We just don't have like the gear for it. It would have to be recorded on like our iPhones, which is not a great audio quality. Maybe we could do like an Instagram live stream or something. That feels a little more appropriate for van chat. So. Thigh Cabbage Folk wants to know, did you teach yourself guitar? I did. I started with this ukulele, That was, well, I started with that bass guitar that you can't see. It's just slightly out of frame by like 3 feet. And I started playing bass guitar because I had some friends who play guitar and drums, and I wanted to hang out with them. So they said, here, play this on bass. You can do it. Anyone can do it. And so I just like played some basic bass notes while they jammed. And I did that for a few years without any real interest in songwriting. And then I started writing songs. And so I got that ukulele for my 21st birthday, which is 11 years ago now. And I played that for about a year, and then I got a guitar off of Craigslist, and I already kind of knew some of the chords off of that, added 2 more strings, bada boom, and I'm a professional songwriter. So yeah, that's why I'm not very good at guitar. Is there a particular song or style of song that you really loved creating? When I find a groove, like in Making Up Words, or like Robbing a Bank, the very, very quick verses when I find a cadence that works really, really well, and I have the rhymes to kind of support the first verse, and knowing it's like, okay, I did it once, I can do it again, because you set your cadence and your meter kind of in your first verse, and obviously you can mix it up, but you have to find it first. And so when I found the slow down, we can talk it out, we'll backtrack, relax, and we'll track it down. See, there's a lot of internal rhyme in there. So it's, slow down, we can talk it out, we'll backtrack, relax. So there's another smaller internal rhyme in that line. And so because like I've immediately set up this like rhyming every 4 words, and then, oh look, I put an internal rhyme in between the rhymes. It's like very restrictive, but like I found a line that works, and so like let's keep going. So it's slow down, we can talk it out, we'll backtrack, relax, and we'll track it down. How I carve out a space for this to hold a job and have a hobby, as expensive as it is. So hold a job and have a hobby is like a little internal rhyme within that. So the cadence is like kind of like rhyme, different internal rhyme, and then it's like an AA, BBA, but all like internal. And when I can find a flow like that, I'm always very thrilled to write in that. Like I could keep writing Making Up Word verses forever, because it's a very fun one to write in, especially because then it culminates in a big sing-along chorus. And so if I can find one of those, it's always a great day. Yeah, I really enjoy writing in those because it lets me go really, really fast, and I like going really, really fast. So. Do songs like Shocking Plot Twist start with fun rhymes or the concept of the story? Shocking Plot Twist started as I wanted to write a song. Spoilers. If you haven't heard the song Shocking Plot Twist, like genuinely, stop watching the stream right now. You can never experience this song for a second time, so leave if you haven't heard the song Shocking Plot Twist by Bug Hunter. Okay. I wanted to write a song about the last dinosaur that like missed the rocket off of Earth. And I was like, well, that could be fun, but then I was like, well, what if it's an audio medium? What if I just never say that he's a dinosaur at all, and then maybe say it at the end? And so, and then obviously just the plot device of a plot twist kind of came up, and I was like, okay, well, there can't just be, okay, he misses it, and what else happens in the story? I was like, okay, well, what if it's just one thing after another, just keeps like kicking him down, like something happens and then he's fine, and then something happens and he's fine, something happens and he's fine, and then at the end he ends up, you've heard the song. So that one came from a concept of a story that then I flipped on its head. Jimmerkraken started as just a thing that happened. It's a true story, which I don't think I've ever mentioned before. If people didn't know, Jimmerkraken's a true story. Happened exactly like I said. Now I kind of want to play Making Up Words now. of messing with it earlier. So if y'all are cool, I might do that. Slow down, we can talk it out. We'll backtrack, relax, and we'll track it down. How I carve out a space for this to hold a job and have a hobby as expensive as it is. My neighbors all complain about the noise I make. I pipe down and I haven't made a peep though, but I found my voice in this random noise. Sit back now and welcome to the Peep Show. I've been making up words at the top of my lungs, at the tip of my tongue. Ease up and leave me some. Yeah, I've been making up words, 'cause there aren't any more. Well, untwist from the sounds of it. I've missed half the point, but I got the gist. Now I know what my next step is. Find the perfect words if they exist. Is it words for love? Is it words for pain? And do I stop when they sound the same? Is it better that I pander to the people who will listen? Do I pivot going 80 just to prove I can be different? No, I've been making up words at the top of my lungs, at the tip of my tongue. Ease up and leave me some. Yeah, I've been making up words, 'cause there aren't any more. Well, refresh, give me time to rest, to recharge my search for a sound that's fresh. I don't mean to be so down or pessimistic, like an ivy on my skin. I can't resist the urge to itch it with a simple little hobby. All I do is stitch together clever words and sounds, record, remote, design it, finally pitch it, and I'm likely share. Please like and subscribe, but all I want to do is leave some related stuff behind. But at the same time, I want to reach 1,000,000 people. I'm feeling like 1,000's out of reach if I don't keep up with the trending times. A brand new state, a new bandwagon with some new vein. Well, here's my new way. Maybe I'm not trending up on Twitter, and the only ones I reach will be my mom and baby sister. Maybe I'm not bound for money or fame, but my music wouldn't fit inside a status or a hashtag. I've been making up words at the top of my lungs, at the tip of my tongue. Ease up and leave me some. Yeah, I've been making up words, 'cause there aren't any more. Top of my lungs, at the tip of my tongue. Ease up and leave me some. I'll plagiarize the chorus and the beating in my chest. I'll take my inspiration from the gains of my breath. I'm searching for a rhythm and the cracking on my knuckles. They asked me for a title, said I'm torn between a couple. I'm taking aim and aiming at my second nature off the cuff. Vaguely masquerading and I'm faking that I'm brave enough. Shaking up the achy stuff and waking all the neighbors up. There ain't enough to waste it, so I'm saving up and making up words. Thanks, everybody. That song's called Making Up Words by Bug Hunters, first song of our first album. And I did. I said the name of the album. That is the only Bug Hunter title drop that was added after the title was thought of, rather than naming the album after a line that I wrote. So the rough draft came from Dear McCracken, Bigger Than Myself came from Pebbles, Happiness Without a Catch came from Not Like That. And after all of those, it's like after writing the line, I was like, I think that's the album title. But I didn't have one for Torn Between a Couple, and I was torn between a couple. And that's why when my brother texted me and said, hey, have you thought of a title for the album? I said, I'm torn between a couple. And he said, that's a good title. And that made me laugh because my brother doesn't normally make those kinds of jokes. And so I was like, ha, okay. And it resonated with me. I think it's a really good title for the album for what it is. So, yeah. So, Something Odd song wants me to sing a song not by me. Nope. I don't know any other songs not by me. So, sorry about that. I'm not a musician. I'm a bug hunter. I just play songs that I wrote. Don't know how to do anything else. Spooky says, what about that time you tried to play Wonderwall? Remember, keyword there, tried. Didn't do it. Can't remember how. I knew how to do it once. It's, Today Barely know it. My shadow's only one that walks beside me. My shallow heart's the only thing that's beating. Same song. Anyways. Yeah, I don't really do covers. I can play like little bits and pieces of things, but I genuinely couldn't play a song start to finish by any other artist other than Bug Hunter. So you don't know any other songs? I don't know any other songs. Nope. I can play little bits and pieces. Turn me off, give up on me, 'cause darling, what is wrong, Capo? I can do a me off, give up on me, 'cause darling, what did you expect? I'm just off, a lost cause, a long shot, don't even take this bet. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, so I can do that, but I can't play a whole song. I don't know how to play songs. I write songs, I play them. Can't tell you. And I also don't know the rules around if my stream will get flagged by like copyright if I play too much of a song. Though I thought this was funny. So I uploaded about 4 covers to like YouTube. They were private videos from my Kickstarter folks, or unlisted videos, because I had promised some covers for the Kickstarter, and I learned how to play them. I've already forgotten how to play them, but can I recommend a song you can learn so next time you can sing it? No, I don't really have any interest in playing other people's songs. Sorry. Yeah, no, I just play my own songs. So I don't know how to play Happy Birthday either. I can obviously sing Happy Birthday, but I have no idea how to play it on a guitar. Yeah. Anyways, so I was uploading these covers to YouTube, and I did Practically Imperfect by Narcissist Cookbook. I think I did that Fall Out Boy song, a little less 16 Candles, and then I did Birdhouse in Your Soul by Teenage Mutant Ninja Genghis, and that one got flagged as like, this isn't your song, this is by They Might Be Giants, and I was like, okay, cool, like I played it well enough that like the algorithm recognized it. But then I uploaded a version of it wasn't I Knew You Were Trouble. It was We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together by Taylor Swift. And the algorithm was like, never heard of it, don't know what that is. So, and I assume that the Taylor Swift algorithm is probably pretty strong. So I played it so not correctly that even YouTube couldn't pick it up. Do I know any other Narcissist Cookbook stuff? Let's take a moment to appreciate the way this feels. It won't come back this way again. It's hard to tell for sure which elements of this are real, which are chemically enhanced. I'm pretty certain I am here because I want to be, but it's not easy to tell what I want from what I need. And then I don't remember how to do anything else because I know there's a chord change there and I don't know what it is. I know that one. But most of Matt's stuff is just so like complex and there's like monologue-y things, and there's just the delivery of it that I really can only exist in those songs that Matt even said at one point that Practically Imperfect, he always kind of thought sounded like a Bug Hunter song. Something ODD just wants me to do anything but what I'm doing, I guess. So, no, my songwriting process is not a public one. Marta Fox says, what is your favorite song that you have made to play on guitar? Like actually like playing it? I actually really like playing Alchemical Romance. The little riff in that. like playing that one. I like the guitar part on Pebbles, but I always get nervous to play it because it's so kind of isolated whenever I play it live that, you know, if I mess up any note, it's like, meh, and I don't like that. Take It Back is fun to play on guitar, but it's also very repetitive. But it's one of my few songs that just kind of uses finger picking. Slow Burn, Take It Back, Listen to Your Mom, One Armed Hug for portions of it. Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, I don't know. That's probably my answer. Most of my songs are just kind of chords. Disco in the Panic Room is one that is like all major chords, and it like shouldn't be, for whatever reason. It works. I don't know. Luckily, I don't know music theory. I actually sent a song to Matt the other day, and Matt was like, "This chord should be minor. It should be major." And I was just like, "Don't know what to tell you. It's major." And I'm right. I'm not wrong. It is major, but it shouldn't be. I'm sure Jesse, my guitarist and bassist, knows why. I'm probably borrowing a major from another key or something, but I have no idea. So, Generic Sweetener wants to know, do you have any songs that routinely break strings when you play them live? Yes. Historically, it was Who I'm Singing To. I break string playing Who I'm Singing To a lot. More recently, I've been just better about changing my strings. Though I did go on a streak on the East Coast tour this year where I broke a string 3 days in a row because I was just changing out the one string and not changing the other 5 until I was down to like. Basically, what would happen is I would break a string and I would give my guitar to Matt while I did some Q&A on stage, and Matt would come back like 30 seconds later with just that one string changed. And so I think I broke a string in Richmond for sure, Charlotte, and Atlanta. Yeah. I broke a string right at like the climax of Take It Back, like right when I basically I did that, like the Take It Back, and did one strum and it snapped a string, and I was like, y'all, I really need that string. And so we just took a moment and then got back into it. So. Fred wants to know if I can play banjo. I thought I heard somewhere you couldn't. Sure I could. I never have, but I don't. I mean, obviously there's different skills involved with the banjo, but like, could I play the banjo? Yeah, sure. I mean, I know the chord shapes. They're not going to be like crazy different. So I just have never had access to a banjo. I did the banjo arranging for Bedtime Story. But I didn't play it myself, so. Could I play Take It Back? I don't think so. It's too much of a bummer to play on a stream. Marta Fox wants to know, what is your favorite music video you've made? Well, oh man, are we counting all of them, like the animated ones and everything? Because I feel like, the easy answer for me is Braggin', because I was in that one, and that was a really, really fun day. It's like one of like the coolest days ever of like my life. I'd probably put it in like the top 10 like cool days of my 32 years. It was just awesome. I loved meeting Sam and everybody in the Firewood Pictures crew, and we were filming at Shakespeare's Old School in Stratford-upon-Avon, which is just like this beautiful town that I love so much. It was just awesome, and I was there with my dad, and he was iPad recording all the behind the scenes stuff. It was awesome. So yeah, I mean that's gonna be my answer for like what making of was my favorite. Bragging for sure. What's my actual favorite video is a little bit harder to say. I love them all so much. Two Bed, Two Bath comes to mind just because it was such a brilliant execution of my vision that was so entwined. Like as soon as I wrote the song, within about 5 days of writing it, I sent it to Deep Blue Ink just like me playing it acoustic at my desk and said, hey, I have a new song. Let's get this in the pipeline. Uguay wants to know, how am I feeling about the UK tour? I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling like I'm ready to be back on stage. It's been a couple of months, and it's been a couple of very good months. Releasing the new album was obviously like a great, like milestone. But I'm also, I live just in my house, and I don't really see anybody, and so I'm excited to be back on the road, see my dad again, see Matt again, travel, do some touristy things, hopefully before we start the tour, because I'm going to be there a few days early. So Lance wants to know, is Magic 8 a true story? It is, yeah. It was just my wife and I's anniversary a couple days ago, and so we watched our wedding video. Magic 8, before it was a Bug Hunter song, was just the song that I played for my wife at our wedding. So kind of after the toast, I surprised everybody and had my guitar kind of hidden away and had it set up with the DJ and all that to play a song. So I played Magic 8 at our wedding, and so the audio in that song is my father-in-law's toast. So yeah, anyways, so we were just watching that video the other day of me playing Magic 8 at our wedding. It's really sweet. Kyle wants to know, what's the objectively best song from each album in your subjective opinion? Okay. What's the objectively best song in your subjective opinion? So by numbers, I can tell you the most popular song from each album. Torn Between a Couple is Making Up Words. Ooh, is that true? Actually, I have to look. Hold on. We're going on a Spotify field trip. Making Up Words. Yeah, it's Making Up Words. Making Up Words is the most popular song off of Torn Between a Couple. Off of The Rough Draft, it's Disco in the Panic Room. Off of Bigger Than Myself, it's Pine Cones. And off of Happiness is Too Bad, Too Bath and a Ghost. Do I think that those are the best songs on each album? Take It Back is probably an objectively better song than Pine Cones, but it's not as re-listenable. So that's difficult to say. Other than that, I mean, Making Up Words, Disco, Take It Back, Too Bad, Too Bath. I could see arguments for, best, most well-rounded, I don't know. I love all my songs. I'm not, I know that some are more popular than others, but I'm not going to pretend that Echoes is as good as Jim McCracken, but I would probably feel more strongly about something like Go With The Flow being as good as Disco, even though one is way more popular than the other. So Magic Milkman says that I'm a sweet guy and I just seem great in general. Thanks. I appreciate that. Anything else going on in my world? If you're a Kickstarter backer, odds are I've mailed out your thing. I'm at I think 86% shipped out. The only things that are delayed, there's two reasons that you might be delayed. One, you ordered a Happiness Without a Catch vinyl and you don't live in America. You're gonna have to wait until I get those vinyls in, which should be in about December, because the shipping is I gotta spend like $40 to ship the stuff to you, and so shipping it twice would negate any support that you intended to give me. So if you're in the US and you had a Happiness vinyl, I sent the rest of your order, because it's only like an additional like $3 to mail a vinyl in the US, media mail. So yeah, if you have a Kickstarter vinyl and you're international, you haven't had your package shipped yet, if you haven't finished your order on my website, which there was, as of yesterday, about 40 people. I messaged all of you again a month later saying, hey, remember last month when I said you're not getting your stuff unless you fill out this last little step, because I can't send you stuff without your address. And then like about 5 people have since yesterday filled out their stuff, but there's still about 35 people that just said, I gave you a bunch of money and I'm not gonna do the last little bit. So and then there's like 4 people who got some first edition lyric sheets that I just haven't written yet because I've been really, really busy packing 400 boxes. Yeah, so my room is less of a warehouse than it used to be. So that's what I've been doing this week, working on the podcast, getting ready for the tour, and scheduling a show. This is I don't have any details, like firm details on this yet, but I am like in like the right before confirmation step for booking the 2-night full Discography Bug Hunter show in Seattle. We're gonna trial it out in Seattle. If it does well in Seattle, we'll hopefully try to bring it to some more major cities. But basically, it's gonna be like Friday night. I'm gonna play all of Torn Between a Couple, Intermission, all the rough draft. Goodbye everybody. Goodbye. See you tomorrow. And then on Saturday night, we're gonna do all of Bigger Than Myself, Intermission, all of Happiness Without a Catch. So that is tentatively on the books for January 5th and January 6th. It's a Friday and a Saturday. I found a place that I can do it in Seattle. So we're gonna try it. I have to finalize the artwork and all that, but yeah. I'm very excited for that. Hopefully it does well. I basically found a venue that will hold about 200 people, because that's what we were we were hitting that on tour with a lot of wait lists. Some of the wait lists were almost double that size, and so I'm hoping that that people will come out, and if we can get 100, that'd be good. Yeah, I'm excited for that. People don't know about that one yet because we haven't announced it, but if you're in the stream, you can know about it. January 5th and 6th. Hopefully we'll have ticket links in the next, I don't know, week, 2 weeks. So excited for that. Marta Fox wants to know if I did a Canadian tour. I played a show in Toronto earlier this year, but I haven't done a tour in Canada yet. Cool. Yeah, let's just do one more song and then we'll call it a good stream. I have a couple private shows today. If you don't know, I do private Zoom shows. So it's kind of like this, but on Zoom, and it's just me and your crew, whoever you want. We can chit chat and talk, and you get to pick the set list. And I have a few of those today, so I'm gonna wrap things up here so that I have time to do some other things, eat lunch and all that. So. What do we want to hear? What are we doing? What's a song? What's a song? What is a song? I've been saying this is a song for a long time, but Fred wants One Armed Hug. Don't know how to play fan fiction yet. I'm trying to get it by the UK tour. No consensus is being formed. 2 people have said One Armed Hug. One Armed Gum is very close, but I see 2 Pebbles. 3 Armed Hug. Okay, yeah, sure. I feel like that's probably enough people to ask for it. This is the last track off of our newest album. It's called Happiness Without a Catch, and yeah. It's a happy song. Oh no, you're perfect. What's the catch? 'Cause on the surface you don't have a scratch. To make a worse case worse, all check. So I'll be silly but polite. I'll walk you home at the end of the night. And so our first date ends leaning halfway in for our first kiss goodnight. It's the one-armed tug for we fell in love, yeah. It's the one-armed tug for we fell in love, yeah. If I am leaving, will you come? Pack up your corgi and sell all your stuff. See what the East Coast holds so far from all the ones that we love. Don't take it lightly, but decide. Don't mess around with the rest of our lives. Will we dive head first where we can't reverse, or will we stand to the side? It's the one-armed hug for we fell in love, yeah. It's the one-armed hug for we fell in love, yeah. But that's all in the past, my love. This is not like that. We're imperfect, we have faults, but the happy parts outweigh them all. And I promise, from now on, I will hold you with both of my arms. It's not the one-armed tug for we fell in love, yeah. It's the whole embrace of the life we make, yeah. It's the whole embrace of the life we make, yeah. Thank you, everybody. That's a song called One Arm Tug, and it is arguably a happy song. Thanks everybody for hanging out on a Sunday morning. Let's see. What's the schedule like? God, this might have been no, let's see. I can't remember if I fly out on Sunday or not, or Sunday or Saturday. I think it's Sunday. There's a chance that I have 2 more streams in me before I go on tour, so keep your eye out. I don't know if I'll be streaming the morning that I leave for tour, but I might. My flight's at I know my flight is something like 8 p.m. So as long as it is Sunday, there's a chance that I could probably stream. So anyways, but keep an eye out. We're gonna be announcing kind of our social media pages and everything for our new podcast, me and Matt. So we'll be launching like an Instagram and a Tumblr and a YouTube, and we don't think we're gonna do a dedicated Discord server this early on. We might just have rooms in our respective Discords until we see like a reason to like combine everything into one. It'll really just depend on if people latch onto it and like it and listen to it. So we're gonna hold off on a dedicated Discord for it, but we'll be creating rooms for people to chat about it. So yeah, join our Discord. It's a good Discord. You'll be the first to hear about the new podcast when it launches on, I think 23rd is what I said, is like the next Monday, 8 days from now. But we're gonna announce everything kind of tomorrow for the broader public. So we have some great artwork for it. First episode is great. I know the first, second, and third episode are fantastic. We're recording the second one tomorrow, or the fourth one tomorrow. So we'll have some in the bank that should hopefully get us through the next 2 months. And yeah, so can you give us a sneak peek of the name? No. So okay, that's all I got. Join our Discord. Postcard of the day. Anybody? Let me check what we got here. Today's postcard of the day. Oh, it's for Jerry McCracken. And you also get yesterday's Toddler with the Slingshot, because it didn't sell. So, yeah, if you want a Jerry McCracken postcard of the day, it is this one right here. That can be yours. It's number 416. Yeah, so thanks everybody for hanging out. And hey, goobers, go to bed.